G'day guys, welcome to GJBricks. I'm Greg. Now, today I have reached a monumental point where I'm actually going to show you the interior of my Sanctum Sanctorum version 2. Why is it taking me so long to get there? Because I'm one of those people who likes to continually tinker and is never happy with something. It's not necessarily a flaw, but it does mean that things can sometimes take too long because you're just continually thinking. I did also have a couple of shortages on parts, but otherwise I'm really happy with how this has come together. If you follow me on Instagram, GJ_Bricks, links down below, you will see that I have been posting a couple of sort of snippets of what this looks like on there. And yeah, I'm pretty damn stoked with how it's come out. Someone did say to me today, you put a lot of work into that. I feel bad for you because there's a rumour of a new Sanctum Sanctorum set coming out soon. Not bothered. This is my Sanctum. I made this. This was my idea. It's got features and ideas in it that I wanted to put in it that make me happy. I like the way I've got the extra floor on it now. It gives it that presence that it needs. And the interior, I think, I'm happy with the interior. I've gone overboard on the interior. It's taken me a long time. I've pushed myself because there's lots of things I've never done before in this. I've made use of some of the other LEGO Sanctum Sanctorum sets, obviously the main big one that existed before, plus the two smaller ones, the current one and the previous one. The current one's linked down below if you're interested in that one. But I'm really happy with it. I've made a few cosmetic changes on the outside of it as well. In terms of the new Sanctum, I'm not bothered. I'm looking forward to seeing it, really am. I think it's going to be great. The last one they did was a fantastic play set. The rumours of is it going to be a modular or not, the price point I've seen suggests to me no, but that's a different conversation I'm not going to have here. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I think it's going to be awesome. I'm also hoping it has enough green parts for me to convert this black roof to green. I'd love this to be green. Unfortunately, I don't make some of the parts I need to make it green, so that's why it's still black. But in the photos I've seen, some of the pieces I need are in that set in green, so that could happen. We'll see. I'm looking forward to that one. Anyway, without waffling much further, I'm going to stop saying the video has anchor points all the way through if you want to skip to a specific floor. I'm just going to show you a couple of updates on the outside. I'm going to show you the roof again as well because I made a couple of tweaks to that and I'm really happy with the roof. I'm going to go top to bottom, roof right the way through. So third floor, second floor, first floor, ground floor. I live in Australia, we start on the ground floor, not the first floor. And go through it from there. If you're new, hit subscribe. I post regularly. I'm going to be posting a lot more mocks and things like this as well. Really enjoyed this. It's taken me longer than I should have. I'm not going to go quite as in-depth as I've gone on this set in future sets, but I am loving my mock building and I intend to get further into doing that now. So without further ado, here is the interior of the Sanctum Sanctorum. I really need to work on how to do tall buildings. Anyway, here is the Sanctum Sanctorum from the front that you've seen before. I haven't made many huge changes around the front here. One of the little changes I made was I actually went through and redid the tiling here to get these studs in a better place, which seems really silly, but actually was necessary. There's one other thing here. I've got an extra row of bricks around here. This floor actually had to be deeper, and you'll see why in a minute. And I've put a couple of studs on the outside now to actually do action shots like having Iron Man out there, Spider-Man, things like that. So otherwise, not a huge amount of changes. Oh no, there was one more change as well. Someone pointed out to me as well. If we look up here, I have filled in around the windows a bit more here, so that doesn't look quite so gappy. I'm still not 100% happy on that window, but as I said, I need to stop tinkering and step away from the vehicle. Now, one big cosmetic change I made on the outside here is around the back. I have put an Iron Man picture. I love that. That's from Eclipse Graphics if anyone's interested. I love that picture. Unfortunately, I couldn't get it in the right grey, but I actually kind of like the way this brown brick's working. Now, the reason I've put that there is I'm actually planning now in the city layout to have an alleyway here. So this is going to be built out a little bit more from the back to look better. You can see, like, looks pretty ugly at the moment, but I'm going to obviously have a second line of bricks here to cover this up. But I thought that was absolutely spot on the money to have on the back of the building. I think that's perfect. I've also got another one up here, which was from the bridge battle I've put on there. I think that's a pretty cool sticker. I do like that one. Spider-Man, Iron Man on the same wall. Now, cosmetic change on the outside. There was a couple of bigger changes I made on the top here. I will show this one and not count this as a flaw. Chimneys. I made the chimneys wider. They were originally single brick, and I just felt they looked too flimsy, so I've built out this bit here just to fill in the gap. So they fit nicely on there. They're the right size. There's 6 stacks on each of them now, as well as the one at the back there. So we've got the 3 on there, and I think that looks much better, much more balanced to the size of the model now. It worked well on the original version, but this version 2 is that much bigger. Now let's start on the roof. Here we have the roof with Doctor Strange painting a beautiful Friends picture there. Isn't that nice? What a tranquil scene. Otherwise, I've just added in a few more details around the water tower. I just felt like it looked a bit boring the way it was. And as I said, it was based off the detectives off this one. But just wanted to add a pipe on the outside here and a valve on the top just to give it a bit more detail. Likewise, there's another valve down here. Just little things like that. Haven't actually touched the garden at all, but you can see how the chimney stacks look that much better, in my opinion, in really kind of finish off this roof. I think they were a bit too weak, and I actually made these balustrades work better as well because I didn't need to put bricks in the front here to make it look right. But otherwise, the rest of this is exactly as it was in my last video. Haven't changed that one. Didn't feel like it needed it, to be perfectly honest. Now let's get this roof off. Slide that over there. And in terms of this interior here, I didn't actually make many changes to this one because I was really happy with how it worked before. The main change I think I mentioned on the exterior one before was I've embedded the handle more, so it's actually flush with the back now. Originally it's stuck out, but otherwise it's still got the mechanical beast in there. I'm gonna eat you, or something like that. We've still got Tony Stark letters over here. We've still got things strewn around all over the floor everywhere. Doctor Strange is a messy beast, and you can see the guys fighting this monster there. So yeah, I've left that pretty much as it was. I liked the way that floor was looking. I did think about putting a toilet on here, I will confess. I don't know why, I just felt like it needed a toilet or something like that, but maybe that was going too far. Here we have the new floor, the second floor. Now this, as you can see, I've actually used parts from the current Sanctum Sanctorum set to actually do this interior. There's one thing that I have tried really hard to make work in this, and I'm not 100% convinced still it's right totally. It like needs a mirror or something, and that's this wall over here. Now if you are familiar with that set, it's actually like a mirror world you're looking into through the mirror, and it's not, or another dimension, it's not quite right. And I've tried to kind of flatten what was in that set and make it look interesting and sort of other dimensional. I've kept the scorpion there. Let's zoom in on that so you can see it a bit more. Got the candles, we've got the hourglass piece. I love that hourglass piece, that's so good. I want lots of those. I think it kind of works. The frame fit perfectly in there, as you can see. That's why I had to make the wall 1 brick taller, but I think that works quite well. Just kept some of the artifacts that were in that set as well, put them on tables and things like that around the set because it needed to be there. I did love this monster in a box idea. If you watched my review of this, I thought that monster in a box was excellent use of parts, so I kept it because I thought it was really cool. There's Doctor Strange battling the monster, going through the dimension with his new awesome cape. Now this floor is actually sort of meant to be a basement, but on the second floor. Is my autofocus going to work today? This is, oh, there we go, it's better. Doesn't seem to want to focus on that back bit. I put just a small kitchen in here because I felt like, if you again have watched the Spider-Man No Way Home movie, I am not going to do any spoilers, don't worry if you haven't. I will say though it is excellent and I highly recommend it. This whole area in the basement's actually got like washing machines and a kitchen and all of those kind of things, so I've tried to kind of add in all those little details. So there's a little kitchen thrown in at the back there. There is couple of washing machine and a dryer down here, which I am very, very happy with how they came out. It's quite hard to build a washing machine that fits at that size, and there's a lot of people who've done similar things as well. So I've used a bit of inspiration around the web to make that work. There's a ghetto blaster as well, because why not? There's the bike from that Sanctum Sanctorum set with the tool rack at the back there as well. I thought that, you know, made a nice feature there, made it interesting. And then the shelves, one of these shelves is from that set, and I've built a second set of shelves to actually complete it and just put general bric-a-brac and things like that for storage on there. I just thought it really kind of finished off that basement-y look. Over here I've kept the computer from that set as well, just against the window working there, got a cookie and a coffee. Window, light from there. And then we've got Spider-Man playing on a console there on the TV, because why not? He's in the Sanctum Sanctorum there, so Doctor Strange is fighting monsters and there's Spider-Man playing video games. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked with that floor. I've got to say that took a lot of effort to make that actually work the way I wanted it to. That wall was a challenge, and I'm fairly happy with how it's come out. And I kept my spiral staircase. I love that spiral staircase. Now for floor 1, the first floor, which is the one that comes up from the grand staircase. Not huge changes here, other than I made the balcony bigger. Originally it was quite tight, and I've actually added in 2 bricks on each side of it. I didn't go any further than that because it just started to make the inside look cramped, like you couldn't see down into it. And I'll show you why that's important in a second, because there's a really great shot down the stairs to the ground floor. I've kept the shelves, but I've moved them all over that onto that wall. Just felt that looked better. And then coming around here, usual crates everywhere, another table with a pen and some candles on it. Looks like someone's been having a feast or left something there. I don't know what the hell's in that cup there, but it's smoking away. And then yeah, pizza box and just general sort of pieces there. But there is an absolutely brilliant shot here. If I can get this to work on the film. Down the stairs, I'm going to take this off of here because it works better. Down the stairs to the ground floor, looking down here. Let's see if my camera is going to focus for me. There we go. Just looking down there, through that, I think looks absolutely wonderful. Let's get this light around here a bit. Bring all my lights around, there we go. Yeah, I think that shot down the stairs there from the ground floor, I think looks absolutely brilliant. I put a shot of that up on Instagram today. I think that looks really, really cool. And that was really kind of the effect I was going for when I put that grand staircase in there in the first place. So I feel like that's actually worked better now with this slightly more enclosed space, and the fact the ground floor is a lot more finished than it was in the previous video. Now in the previous video I didn't have a lot in there on the ground floor, and this time I have tried very hard to rectify that. Just knocked one of my banisters over, we'll ignore that. That is the one thing with this banister, it's quite fiddly. This is a proper ground floor now, woohoo! I've actually gone and put lots, just do a quick spin around and I'll go through it there. I think that's a really nice shot there. There we go, look at that. I think that's beautiful. That's why I saved the ground floor for last. I think I got this one exactly where I wanted it, finally. It took me a few goes. I originally had these cases. So I built these cases. Notice the reference to an entirely different franchise owned by Disney. There, I just thought that was funny. And we were talking about it on Reddit today. There's no reason that couldn't exist. I made a few of those cases just because you see them in the movie. I thought they were a really good feature. And originally I had them lined up along this front side here. But it actually really kind of made the interior so cramped. And then I sort of put them around this side, and that gave me the opportunity to put this beautiful fireplace in. And again, if you've watched No Way Home, when they come in on this wall, unfortunately, but the interior of the real one, of the one in the movie, is nothing like actually real. There's a fireplace, so I thought I'd put a fireplace here, and these are the chairs from the original Sanctum Sanctorum set that this was based off of, and just putting in that fireplace, I think really, 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 really completes that floor. I think that looks great. I'm so happy with how that finally turned out, and I put a lot of effort into that floor. As I said, I had these across here originally thinking, oh, that would be the best. And it really didn't work. And I think having them around there like that works. The staircase I did make very slightly smaller. The bathroom is still under the stairs. You can't see it still. I was actually thinking about redoing it so this could be lifted out, just so I could show you there really is a toilet under there. But I think that works really well with that smaller staircase. I'm so happy with that. Let's have a look at that fireplace again. I think that looks great. I'm really happy with that, how that turned out. I think it looks so cool. I really hope you enjoyed that as much as I enjoyed making it and sharing it with you, and the things I've put into this as a Marvel fan, as a Lego fan, as an Iron Man fan, as a Doctor Strange fan, as a Spider-Man fan. So much, I'd like to say, fan service I've done here, and I hope you guys are as proud of it as I am. I'd love to know in the comments what you think, if I've missed anything, if there's anything I could improve, if you'd like to see stuff added to it even. I'd be intrigued to know what you think I've missed or could be included to improve this even further. On that note, I'm going to stop talking because this video is going to be long enough already. I say thank you for watching, and if you're new here, please hit subscribe. I do post regularly, and I like to share things like this with you. I will see you again very soon. Thank you for watching.